Hey guys, All In Crypto here and welcome back for another video everybody. In this video we're going to be taking a look at Ethereum and why I believe Ethereum is in for some very explosive price movement in the not too distant future. In fact, let me be a little bit more specific. I believe Ethereum essentially is going to double in price in a very short time period, and in this video, like I say, I'm going to show you why I believe that. First off guys, let's take a quick look at the overall market. Bitcoin down 11, nearly 12% on the weekly. It seems to be gaining some sort of strength. However, we do see some altcoins significantly not moving with Bitcoin. Typically, if Bitcoin's having a bad time, the rest of the market's sort of having a bad time. We do see exceptions to this. We do see some altcoins with relative strength in comparison to Bitcoin. However, the longer this sort of pullback takes place in Bitcoin, the sort of weaker those altcoins get. You know, typically Bitcoin's kind of like a tide. When it rises, the rest of the market rises with it. The rest of the ships, being the altcoins, rise with it. And of course, when the tide sort of retracts, the ships sink. Well, not sink, but you know. So in this video, guys, like I say, really we're going to focus on Ethereum. And what I'm going to try and do is show you what Bitcoin did before essentially doubling in price as it ran up to its all-time high, hit its all-time high, and sort of came down from it. And this is of course the Bitcoin price chart, and what we're focusing on, guys, is we're focusing on like I say, what Bitcoin did, and why this is very similar to what Ethereum is currently doing today, guys. As I've sort of been filming this video and getting bits and bobs ready for it, I've sort of seen the Ethereum price start to move. We could be seeing that doubling in price in Ethereum, you know, within the next couple of weeks, guys. However, it has some, you know, variables that it depends on. It's always good when you're sort of, you know, in any kind of an altcoin to look at what Bitcoin's doing, because it can give you a sort of idea of the direction that the market's going. And I've seen a lot of people saying that we may be selling off to sort of $25,000. However, I can't quite see us going that low. Pullbacks, guys, are absolutely normal. What I'm going to do quickly is sort of explain to you why everyone's so hyped about 2021 and how I believe that there is still a large portion of money to flow into the cryptocurrency market, and exactly what's going on today. And Bitcoin is a good way of sort of explaining that. But without further ado, guys, I'm going to quickly take you over to, I've sort of mapped out the Bitcoin 4-year cycle theory. It essentially works on the halvenings. I'll quickly explain this to you, and it will sort of, for those of you guys who are new here, I know a lot of you probably already know this, and I can totally appreciate that, guys. You guys are smart, I know that. However, there are some people that don't quite, you know about the Bitcoin 4-year cycle theory, and you know, are somewhat clueless to why people believe 2021 is going to be such a big year. Essentially, because of the halvening cycles, what you tend to happen after a halvening cycle, I think I was listening to a podcast and it gave percentages. It was like usually the year after the halvening cycle was like 300% gains, and the year after that was like, you know, 3,000 or something. So essentially the Bitcoin 4-year cycle theory is the first year is after you have your sort of blow off top parabolic big bull market, you sort of enter the bear market. The second year you sort of bottom out. The third year you break all descending resistances after the halvening, and the fourth year is where you really go into your parabolic stage. And Bitcoin's price has really followed this to a T, guys, up to date, and I believe there's no reason to sort of suspect that it's not going to continue to. Remember, guys, the trend is your friend. You do not necessarily want to trade against the trend, because it will lead you to get wrecked more times than not. I never recommend anybody necessarily trades the cryptocurrency market. For the majority of you guys out there, you are best off being investors and holding for sort of the long term, mid to long term, and maybe, you know, looking to get out based on this sort of Bitcoin 4-year cycle theory. 90% of traders get wrecked in traditional markets. The crypto market is like the traditional markets on bloody steroids as far as volatility goes. I've seen so many people get wrecked. It's, you know, I personally got wrecked. You know, I don't trade leverage. I'm an investor on sort of a macro scale, and the cryptocurrency market, I believe, cryptocurrencies are going to revolutionize the world, and I believe the cryptocurrency market, in terms of a way to make money, is the fastest horse in a race in terms of sort of traditional markets. But guys, like I say, we're going to focus on Ethereum. I know I've gone off topic there. That was just a short little explanation for you guys about why everyone's ranting and raving about 2021. because of course you can see that, for those of you who are wondering what this chart is, this is the Bitcoin chart, this is just the Bitcoin logarithmic chart, and you can really see a continuation pattern taking place here, real macro continuation pattern taking place here. But the same thing plays out essentially, guys. Fourth year, you have your parabolic move, and we are following it to a T, guys. We're also following Plan B stock to flow model. There's a number of indicators that we are following to suggest that we are in for a very, very, very good year in the cryptocurrency market in 2021. And until proven otherwise, I'm going to go with this. I'm going to go with the trend. But Ethereum, guys, essentially after sort of hitting its highs, I saw a lot of support and resistance traders get wrecked. Another reason why you shouldn't trade. And I also saw a lot of people sell their Ethereum thinking it was going to go lower, and having to essentially buy back in recently at a higher price, while you're better off just buying and holding. But when we saw Bitcoin sort of do that, Bitcoin and Ethereum, the charts are identical, guys. And essentially after Bitcoin reached its sort of all-time highs, it sort of took a bit of a pullback, bit of capitulation, and then it went on to double in price and went from 20,000 roughly all the way up to 40. And I think you're going to see the same thing play out with Ethereum, guys. I think essentially you're going to see, I'll go back onto the Ethereum chart, essentially you're going to see Ethereum go up to anywhere between $26 to $2,800 in price in a very, very short period of time, guys. It is coming. You've got to remember, Ethereum is one reason we largely see a lot of the DeFi sort of craze. It's one reason we see a lot of sort of tokens popping up. You've got to remember there's a lot of cryptocurrencies actually built on Ethereum. And Ethereum, yes, I might be very bullish on Cardano and Polkadot, but Ethereum really has a lot of clout in the game. Technically, you could argue that maybe Cardano and Polkadot may be sort of somewhat better versions of Ethereum. However, for the sake of this video, we're not going into the technicals of which proof of stake consensus is better. We're going and sort of can achieve more. We're really just focusing on the price and why I believe Ethereum is setting up for a explosive move in the near future. Like I say, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the Bitcoin chart, the Ethereum chart overlaid on the Bitcoin chart. And we're going to take a look at how identical they are, guys. And really what I'm trying to focus on here is taking a look at what actually took place. What we saw took place in Bitcoin taking place today in Ethereum, guys. And with this sort of move that we are seeing, it's currently 10 to 1 in the UK. I'll release this round about 11ish. I've just finished work. So we'll see where we are sort of in the morning, but it's following it very closely, guys, and you're seeing the exact same thing play out. Like I'm repeating myself continuously, I hope it's not annoying too many of you. We're seeing the same thing play out with Ethereum being the blue, obviously Bitcoin being the orange. We're seeing the exact same thing play out, guys, and like I say, I think in a very short period of time we're going to see Ethereum go to $26,000 to $28,000, to reiterate, guys, the cryptocurrency market is going to be a multi-trillion-dollar market. We haven't seen it really anything yet, guys. We have institutions involved. Yes, I subscribe to the Bitcoin 4-year cycle theory. However, ultimately, I do believe there are going to be somewhat differences, and you can see that as cycles have progressed. In 2013, where we really saw this sort of, parabolic move. Prior to 2017, it 100x. It then in 2017 20x. I think we're going to see around about 5x from where I sort of drew this, and that would put us around about $100,000. I think we could surpass that. I think the crypto market is, like I say, a multi-trillion-dollar market at the end of this year, and Ethereum being where it is going to capture a large portion of that. And I can't tell you how excited I am about the cryptocurrency market. It's one reason that I make these videos, and Ethereum is really, like I say, none of this is financial advice, guys, all my opinion, but it's something I hold a lot of. I hold a significant amount of my portfolio is in Ethereum, is in Bitcoin. Yes, I do believe that Bitcoin is going to get outperformed by a number of altcoins, including Ethereum. I've given a price prediction of Ethereum reaching about $16,000. I still think this is absolutely achievable, but I do think you're even going to have altcoins that outperform Ethereum. But for you guys just getting into the cryptocurrency market, you really want to be staying in sort of the top 10, maybe top 15, and I wouldn't really even you know, some of these coins might only be sort of breaking in, and they could sort of pull back. And even in the top 10, you know, there's coins that I wouldn't touch. So you really want to, you know, stick with what's known. I mean, you're seeing a lot of institutions buy up Bitcoin. You're not seeing a lot of institutions buy up altcoins. There's a reason for this, guys. You really want to follow that smart money. Like I say, I'm not a Bitcoin maximalist. I think Bitcoin does very well in this, but I also think a number of altcoins do, and I think a number of altcoins actually outperform Bitcoin. But let's just take another look at this, guys. Obviously, Bitcoin in orange, Ethereum in red. They're following each other perfectly, guys, and I don't think this stops. I think this continues. Ethereum tends to lag behind Bitcoin typically. I think it's going to continue to do so. And like I say, I think we are in for a move to sort of $2,600 to $2,800 very, very soon, guys. I'm going to love you and leave you on that note. A quick hello to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate the subscribes, guys. Keep them coming. If you could leave me a like, comment your thoughts. What do you think Ethereum does in the sort of shortish term? And, you know, you've got to be bullish, guys. I mean, how can you not be? For those of you guys who really understand what the cryptocurrency market and certain cryptos in that market are setting out to achieve, guys, this technology is not only currently revolutionizing the world, but is revolutionizing the world, and is going to revolutionize the world. And if you look at Bitcoin from a sort of freedom point of view, we see a lot of sort of proliferation at the moment in terms of governments printing money. Bitcoin, it could be one real shot at freedom for people, and for us to have a free monetary policy that doesn't involve corrupt governments. I'm not calling them corrupt, but, you know, well, I am and I'm not. Anyway, guys, I've waffled on for long enough. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Something to look at, guys. Ethereum is just following Bitcoin pretty perfectly, and like I say, I think it's going to continue to do so, and we see a sort of move coming pretty soon to sort of, you know, $2,600 to $2,800. Like I say, don't take any of this as financial advice, guys. It's my opinion. I'm not putting anything on this channel that I don't do myself. However, it's just my opinion. You guys are allowed to disagree with it. If you could please leave me a like I say, a comment would be great. Let me know what you think, and subscribe for more videos, guys. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day.